My name is Jordan. I'm from Lebanon, Tennessee, and I grew up going to church pretty much every Sunday night, every Wednesday night. I was really involved with church. It was pretty much a really normal thing. Like when people possibly at school said they didn't go to church, I was really shocked because that's really all I ever did as a kid. My mom was a Sunday school teacher and a Awana leader on Wednesday nights, and my dad is a deacon and a Sunday school teacher on Sunday mornings. On August 11th, when I was 9 years old, I was in Awana. That's we had a lot of kids come in pretty much every Wednesday night, and we split up. We played games. We did a lot of stuff, and then we went to story time where our leader spoke to us. And one Wednesday night, I felt the Lord tugging in my heart to be saved. I'd really been a part of it, but I really didn't have a relationship with God. And that night I got it settled. And from then I went on to started with working with the youth group. I started getting more involved. The first thing that I really did when I was in youth group is I was asked to do PowerPoint slides. And at the time, I knew nothing about computers. I was terrified that I had to type up 3 slides and didn't know how it was going to work. And that's kind of where God implemented technology with my spiritual life. And and the youth group was really small then. We just had like an acoustic set every single week. And as the youth group kept growing and growing, we got a full soundboard, and I was taught how to do the soundboard, and I started learning how to do that, and a lot of the media and lights and slides and stuff like that. And I did that all through my 12th grade year. When I got to college, I was the only kid from my school and probably from my city that came to Bethel, and I was really nervous at first, really shy, and I kind of didn't really want to get involved in anything just yet. Just want to focus on grades and make sure that those are in line and in check. And because I just came to Bethel because my dad works there. I wasn't there for a sport or a program or anything like that. And probably right around the December time frame, I was invited to come check out this thing called the Jesus Movement. And I was, a little skeptical at first, not really knowing what it is and what do they believe and stuff like that. And after a few meetings and stuff like that, I just realized that it doesn't matter about really how you look on the outside. As long as you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, to me it really doesn't matter about any of that. It's just, we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. And a lot of churches today, they can't even go to another church's congregation and sit down because they're not the same denomination as them. They think that would be violating their, it would be against their, I guess, Baptist constitution, their church rules, something like that. And to me that's really sad, that we would take something like, denominations have very few things that they differ, whether it be using instruments or not, and just something as small as that, with that you would just not even communicate or even have a relationship with somebody, it really seems kind of selfish. And really at the Jesus Movement, it's more of just, we show love to everybody, and to us it doesn't matter who walks through that door. We're going to greet them, talk to them, get to know them, and just get to know more about them. And we really don't care what you do during worship as long as you're worshiping God. You're worshiping Jesus Christ. And that's the main thing, is everybody has their different ways of worship, and you can do any of them here. It really doesn't matter. And I really, at the Jesus Movement, got involved with the sound and the PowerPoint, and currently working on some live streaming and lights and stuff like that. And kind of when I started, I really had gotten away from that, not really getting plugged in somewhere where I can use my talents to glorify God and to touch somebody's hearts. Because if the music and the lights are horrible, everybody's going to be off, and it's just going to be really messed up for the viewers. Pretty much every time I think about it, when I sit down at the soundboard, that is like the Super Bowl. If I mess up one time, it could really, you know, get somebody's attention off, and it could really hinder what they need to be doing is worshiping. And the same with the band. You give 110%. You leave it all out on your instruments.